If watercolor feels tricky and unpredictable to you, I promise you are not alone. It's all about learning how to work with water, not against it. So today we are going back to the basics. We will learn brush controls, understanding values, and mastering wet on dry technique and wet on wet technique. And if you are wondering which paper, color and brushes I am using here in the video, so I have shared all the essential art supplies for watercolor in my previous video. So definitely check that out if you haven't yet. So guys, grab your brushes and let's dive in. So I am showing you the brush control basically. So for that, we just have to first of all wash our brush perfectly. We can remove excess water by dabbing like this, right? Then we have to dilute the colors. So here I will be using red color. We just have to touch the tip and we will dilute color like this before touching the paper. We should have limited water, not too much and not too less. In watercolors, we just have to have limited pigments, not overly loaded pigments. So first of all, we will make thin lines. So for that, we have to hold brush like this, not like this. See how I am making this? We just have to touch the tip, that's it. Not too much pressure over there. So these are some practice strokes. You should practice that before initiating watercolor. Alright. So now we will put some more pressure. First of all, we will load color again. If you have excess water, you can always remove the excess color like this, just by touching like this. Now we will put little more pressure. So now I am putting more pressure than this stroke. So we will achieve that kind of lines. So now I am going to press our entire brush like this. So now we will practice one more stroke. You just have to hold brush like this first and then press entire brush like this. Same way you can explore other colors as well. So practice this stroke at least 2-3 times. Now let's practice some of the leaves. So in that way, we just have to follow this trick, like light pressure, heavy pressure, and then again light pressure. So this is the way we can draw petals, leaves in watercolor. Like light pressure, heavy pressure, and light pressure again. So now practice C curves. So you can make now small C curves. Now practice some of the dots. You have to hold brush like this and you can make some of the dots. This type of dots we generally create for adding detail work in our artwork. You can make simple lines like this. So this was the strokes for practice. You must practice these strokes before starting watercolor art. So now we will be learning values. So we will create dark value, medium value and light value. So I'll show you how exactly we will do it. So this is our dark value. Basically, we are having lots of pigments in this. So now we will create medium value. For this, we have to add little more water in that. This kind of practice will give you the more consistency on your brush strokes. So this was the dark, this was the medium. Now I will create little light tone than this. So for achieving that, we have to add little more water in this. When all swatches done, go ahead and compare your all strokes. Now keep in mind, these are not the different colors. They are exactly the same color by which we have created dark value, medium value and light value. So let's learn wet on dry technique. So whatever we have done in our strokes practice, this was the technique of wet on dry surface basically. So we have wet color on dry surface. So let's make some more shapes. Make some shapes. Just make note how much control you have on your brush and explore the control over your brush. Explore more strokes by your own and give it a try. So wet on dry technique is useful for creating detailed work in your art. Now let's learn wet on wet technique. In this technique, we have to apply very thin layer of water. We will remove excess water like this. And we will apply very thin layer of water like this. And now our paper is wet. We will use pigment exactly over that. So see how the color is moving only by touching the paper. So you can explore like this. This is the main technique and which I really love creating. You can add some more color for creating dual tone like this. So this time we will create a circle. I'm applying the very thin layer of water. See how color is blooming. Explore this technique by having more shapes like this. I really love this technique. You never know what your pigments will do, and this technique is really very famous and will be very helpful for creating artwork. You can always mix 2 or 3 colors and see the outcome and explore more creativity. Now I will be using magenta color for creating some extra blooms. If you don't have enough water in your paper, then your strokes will be different. Your strokes will not achieve that kind of flow. So I have applied very less water here. Now see, it is not blooming like that. So basically you have to have enough water in your brush. One last trick. Basically, if you have more water in your artwork, you can always remove excess water by dabbing your brush like this on tissue paper or any hand towel. You can always remove excess pigments if you are not liking that, like this. When you can, if you want to make some lighter and you want to remove the excess pigments, you can always do like this. Alright, so this was the all techniques which is important for watercolor. We have covered all techniques, and in our next video you will learn how to make flowers and leaves. So stay tuned. Mastering watercolor techniques, it's not about perfection. It's just about giving yourself permission to practice and play. So I would love to know in the comment sections which technique feels trickiest for you right now. If you enjoyed this session, then hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss our next painting session together. In our very next video, we will be covering how to paint watercolor florals step by step. Subscribe to join our art family, and I'll see you in the watercolor floral tutorial. Take care, keep creating, and bye!